Welcome to the Indie Music Showcase, only on the Monks Media Radio Network. Join owner and general manager Jeff Monks and Dean Graveel as they introduce you to the artists you do not know yet and the artists you soon will know. And now, live from our plush studios in Noblesville, Indiana, the Indie Music Showcase.
And good evening, everybody. This is Jeff alongside Dean. Dean, how you doing tonight?
Doing great. We got this band back that we had on Monday.
Yeah, Monday night we had the Gremlins hit the studio, and we got through about 58 minutes with 20 after 4.
Yeah, they were so rocking. I think they burned up the.
They burnt something up, man. That's all I got to say. Yeah, it was quite a surprise to have such a catastrophic failure, and actually cost us not only the recording of that show, but also of the Racing with Dio show that was on just prior to the Indie Showcase that night. So it was a pretty costly evening for us, but the guys were a lot of fun. We enjoyed having them on, and so we are pleased to welcome back here yet again tonight a repeat performance of Monday. If you're here Monday, you get to hear it again. If you weren't here Monday night and you're here tonight, that just means that you get to see what you could have missed if it wasn't for the computer gremlins kicking our butt on Monday night. This is our featured artist tonight, 20 after 4, from down in the Austin, Texas area. Fellas, are you with us?
Yeah, we sure are. I'm having a real hard time hearing you guys.
All right, well, let's see if we can't fix that. See, whenever I'm not on the board here, things get buggered up. And all right, you tell me when you got me, okay? Is that any better?
Yeah, you need to bring your volume up a little bit more.
A little bit more yet? Okay, hold on there. We apologize for this, folks. Okay, how's that?
It's getting better. Can y'all hear that? Yeah, it sounds a lot better. Okay.
All right.
Can you hear? Yeah, it's better.
Okay, well, we could hear again. So with us here tonight, 20 after 4 out of Austin, Texas. This is a band comprised of Billy Hummel. Billy, say hello.
Hey, how y'all doing tonight?
Okay, we're getting a bad feedback from y'all, so bear with me and let me see if I can fix that. Sorry about that. Try that again, Billy.
Okay, how y'all doing tonight?
Very good. Also with Billy is Manuel Chapa III. Manuel?
How's everybody doing tonight?
Very good. Is that Manuel or Manuel? How do you say that?
Manuel, Manny.
Manny.
One of those that work.
Okay, very good. And Kyle Conrey. Kyle?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay,
How you doing?
and we don't have the other Kyle with us tonight, right?
No, I believe he's still out of town.
All right, very good, very good. We're going to keep trying to improve the sound here, guys, because quite frankly, I'm not at all pleased with it. But this is 20 after 4. This is a group out of Central Texas. They have a interesting concept for us here on the Indie Showcase because all of our featured artists in the past were both vocals as well as a musical group playing instrumentals. 20 after 4, on the other hand, Dean.
They're all instrumental.
And
they're kind of along the lines of, I would say, Yngwie Malmsteen mixed with a little bit of, Stevie Ray Vaughan. You could hear it all, Hendrix in there. So a whole different genre of music, really, that usually doesn't get touched on too much. Not a lot of bands out there, I don't know, probably brave enough to go out there without vocals.
Right, exactly, because a good vocalist can overcome poor instruments. And you guys do have a good sound. Now, we're going to reverse things a little bit here tonight, guys, because we almost didn't get everything in on Monday. And I'll confess, we didn't know that we'd have a full hour of material to talk to you guys about, but I think we could have gone 2 hours with you on Monday, so it's appropriate we get to redo this again tonight. We had ended last week's Monday's show. We were going to come back to you all before the catastrophe here and find out a little bit more about your name. We're not the most clever guys in the world, but I think we're clever enough to understand a few things. And obviously I think we have a little play on words here with your band's name, 20 after 4. Would I be correct in saying that?
Yes.
Okay. Hopefully that's not because you're trying to send out bad images to the youth of America.
It's all in how you take it.
Okay. Very good. So we are correct in the fact that 20 after 4 has a little duality to meaning.
I can barely hear that.
Yeah, I can barely hear you guys, but...
I said, so we're correct in assuming that 20 after 4 has a little mixed meaning for
yeah,
us?
I would definitely say so.
Okay. And guys, I apologize. I am going to, because of the problems you're having hearing us, what I want to do first is go ahead and play one of the songs that we played on Monday night for the listeners here tonight. This first song is Hell or High Water, and this is 20 after 4.
This is the one they did live.
This is the one they did live for us.
Yeah,
live
it is.
acoustic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, exactly. Well, here it comes, guys. Hell or High Water by 20 After 4 here on the Monks Media Radio Network's Indie Music Showcase. And we'll be back with you in a few minutes.
back to the Indie Music Showcase, only on the Monks Media Radio Network.
And we are back with you here on the Indie Music Showcase. This is Jeff alongside Dean here in studio, and on the phone, we apologize for that terrible, terrible audio we just had there. If you were hearing what we were, it sounded horrible, and we apologize. Hopefully we've got it fixed now. We're making some adjustments here on the board. Are you with us, Billy and guys?
We're here.
Okay.
Yeah, we're here.
Are we sounding better to you right now?
I can hear you pretty good. It could be a little bit louder.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't want to get any of that feedback. So.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to avoid, is the noise that we didn't want to get. So,
right.
But we are glad you could hear us a bit better now. Anyway, guys, I apologize for that. We kind of butchered up your music there. We're going to do that again here in just a second, but we had to make those adjustments.
Okay.
When we went off to break there, we were talking about the band name 20after4, and of course, if you put 20 after 4, you end up with 420. Were we correct in our assumption?
You got that?
Okay, very good. So, as we started to say, y'all are a little bit different than most of the folks that we had on here before, but let's talk about your musical backgrounds. Let's go ahead and start with you, Billy.
Well, yeah, like I said, on the Monday night show, I've been playing guitar for about 18 years, and, started out pretty much when I was 10, when I got my first guitar, and, I just kind of did solo work by myself until I guess I met up with Manuel pretty much when I was around 18. And, we started doing like garage band work and stuff like that. And,
A lot of Deftones,
yeah,
Nail Bomb.
yeah, and just, kind of collaborate or relating with each other, I mean, and, to kind of get the sound that we wanted to produce and make. And, that's when we pretty much started 20 after 4, and doing a lot of things solo too on the side still, but pretty much dedicating most of my time, I would say, to 20 after 4.
Okay, and Manuel, you were the
I guess as far as my influences, it's Stevie Ray Vaughan and Jimi Hendrix, stuff like that, back in the late 60s, early 70s. All the way up to, old school Metallica and stuff like that.
Right, and when we spoke last time, excuse me, you had mentioned that you guys may actually be looking for a singer in the future as well.
We can't hear you at all.
Yeah.
You dropped out.
Sorry about that. Any better?
A little bit louder if you can.
Okay. How's that, fellas?
There you go.
All right, great. I was mentioning that during our last conversation, y'all had said that you may actually be out seeking for some vocalists right now.
Yeah, we are on the lookout for vocals, but like we said on Monday, we want people to really concentrate on the music. Nowadays, people tend to look at the singer and let them tell them how to feel about that song. And we like the people to sit there. I mean, our music plays, and everybody's like, well, when's the singer going to come out? It's like, why? Why do you need a singer when you got the music playing?
Right. Okay, and we talked about some of the gigs you guys were playing out there, and it seems like you're mostly playing out in the Lake Travis area. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
Do a lot of lake gigs and stuff like that.
And now we also talked a bit about Austin and 6th Street. 6th Street or Avenue? What is it?
Yeah, I believe 6th Street.
6th Street. Yeah, that's like where all of the nightclubs are. The
main strip there.
The main strip in downtown Austin, right? And we've had a lot of submissions from folks that do play down there. And refresh my memory, you all play in Lake Travis because that's where you've pretty much made your start, and that's where most of your jobs are coming from. But I think you had some other comments about why you like playing in Lake Travis better than downtown, didn't you?
Yeah, basically we'd like to catch the summer crowd out by the lake. Everybody's enjoying being out at the water. Then they'll usually, after they're done with that, they'll go to like Carlos and Charlie's or something like that. To catch a drink or see shows and stuff like that. They do a lot of open mic gigs here, so we prefer pretty much doing that because usually nobody knows what to expect, from an open mic gig. They're usually just
guitar singers,
yeah, songwriter type stuff, acoustic stuff, and then we'll get up there with
pretty much take it over.
Yeah, with amps and a full drum set, and it really surprises everybody.
Party band.
A party band, you say? Yeah, true.
What was that?
Dean said more of a party band. You guys get together and everybody has a good time.
Yeah, so.
Right, exactly. What really was a nice touch listening to your music for Dean and I is that you guys sound so much more deep. I mean, you're a lot deeper than your typical garage band. You have a sound that seems mature, and you have a lot of depth to your music, to your style. You're basically four guys jamming together, but yet all four of you take on nuances of different artists, and we hear a lot of different sounds when you play. Is that intentional, or just the way that you all have molded together?
Very.
Yeah, Manuel, you got it?
Yeah, very intentional. Me and Billy started out playing. Billy was Stevie Ray Vaughan. Me, I was more of Metallica, and just us two putting our sounds together, it's just big old mixing bowl, and it sounded great having heavy drums behind a wailing guitar. And we picked up Joel Silva, who was our bass player at the time, and he was more funk, and I just added another spice. Then we came along with us with Kyle here, and there was just another spice added with Southern rock in his guitar playing there.
Right. But, I mean, you get away with it, and it sounds great. Most people can't mix different styles of music together and come out looking that good. So, I mean, it certainly is a good selection of sounds, or collection, I guess is the word to use, of sounds to come out with a really unique sound.
Yeah, that's kind of what we were shooting for. Yeah, because everybody these days they tend to sound the same, and we're trying to do something a little more cutting edge or different, experimental, I would say.
Now, do you guys do any acoustic work on your shows that you do, your live shows, or are you pretty much all electric and you keep the amps cranked?
It's all cranked now.
Yeah.
I think during the songwriting process, acoustic guitars are great because you can sit down and you can really work some different things out, and I think that's where as far as the way I grew up, and I'm sure the way Billy did too, is like playing a lot of acoustic type stuff, and then it's a lot easier to transfer that over to electric.
Now you guys. Now, we talked before, you guys do not have a manager right now or a promotion agency. You ever thought about picking one up just to maybe even to get your music into the movies? Because we hear it, and you could actually see how it would fit, behind, in the soundtrack of a movie.
Yeah, I think our first comment from last show was, I'm hearing a little bit of Kill Bill sound here. You know? And I could see or hear your music being on a movie like that, and I mean, definitely do take that as a compliment. But if you,
I would definitely say that's a compliment.
Big time compliment.
And that's actually one thing that we have discussed is possibly trying to do something really get it out there and and as far as like the getting a promoter and a manager and stuff like that. I mean, we all feel that we're all capable of doing all those aspects right now. And as far as getting trying to get the music into film or into TV or whatever, that's something that we want to explore on our own without having to try to venture out and try to find somebody to do it for us.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, I was just thinking on a more national stage, because a lot of times it's tough. It's tough to being a band and actually getting somebody to listen to you that you don't know. A lot of times the managers, things like that, might know somebody, because your music's good. I think, like I said, I think you could pretty much take any track and you could listen to it and you could put it behind something. It's all the music has substance. It's not
not shallow.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Very deep.
Right. Yeah.
Just like another fellow we had on here, RDG, he's got a great sound too. Totally different than your sound. Totally different style of music, but he sounds great and really a good performer. But not really playing the gigs that we think he should be playing right now. And,
right. Yeah, I've actually heard him on a previous broadcast.
All right, great. And we had mentioned to him as well. If you were to get into some of these other venues where we could see your music being accepted by a much broader audience. I mean, in his case, down in Daytona Beach, spring break capital of the world, really, anywhere in Florida.
Sure.
Well, heck, Lake Travis is pretty close to that now, too, isn't it?
That's exactly where we play at.
Yeah, we get a pretty good crowd here. Most of them go down to, I guess, South Padre, but
right. Well, that's
at the lake and stuff. There's a place called Devil's Cove, and
yeah.
there's they just tie up boats in there, and it's a pretty big summer thing around here.
Right, and but that's a great way to get your music heard by people throughout the country. And that's what we had told RDG as well, is, hey, we're not managers, but my golly, if we had a thing going on like y'all do or like he does, I mean, we'd certainly think it would behoove you to look at somebody to help you
get promote it more.
Yeah, really to promote them. I mean,
because then there's a gentleman we talked with, Isaac Johnson, and he has a promotion and a manager.
And he's playing huge venues out in
L.A. Yeah, he's playing Viper Room, and he's playing House of Blues out there in Hollywood.
That's right. Yeah.
You guys fit right in. I guess we're just trying to say you guys ought to check a manager.
Yeah, we're going to have to hook up with this guy, look at his site.
We're always
you sound really good.
Explore different opportunities and things like that.
Yeah.
So that's, I mean, we're not saying that we're not wouldn't be willing to accept that, but we at the same time we do want to learn as much as we can about the industry as we also grow as musicians
before we jump into it.
Yeah.
Correct.
Now, because you guys have been doing it now for 8 years with this band almost.
Well, but just me and Manuel alone, we've been playing for 8 years, but we pretty much started this band about 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. And the tracks that you sent us, I mean, those are all, within the last year and a half, I think you said, right?
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Great. Now, I apologize, guys, if it sounds like we're bouncing around here. I feel like I'm being redundant, but in fairness, we're not, because we lost Monday's show. So I want to go back to another track that we played on Monday, which is from the album you sent us. This is called "Piss on You." Give us the hoedown on that. What's that song about? What was the motivation? Why did you write it? And who did you address it to?
That song there pretty much started out like all our other songs, acoustic, that real tribal sound. And couldn't really tell you. Just one day, Billy decided to play something kind of hard there, and started getting angry on the drums, and it just turned into a very angry sounding song. So when we came to a name, I said, well, why not Piss on You? Sounds like a catchy name, Golden Showers.
Yeah.
So it kind of grew on us, and that song's actually taken a long turn from what it is now. It started out mainly just the drums, with the tribal beat for the longest time.
Yeah, the tribal beat at the beginning, and me coming in later, and put lead to it and all that stuff.
I guess kind of aggravating song there, so it had to be named "Piss on You."
Right. Yeah.
I think this song, it has a real California sound. It's got a almost like a psycho surf beat almost.
That's interesting. I don't think we've heard that one before, but that's good.
It kind of does.
But you all got to know Dean is an old surfer guy too.
Oh, cool. Right.
So he can give you terms like that and get away with it. You don't laugh at me if I say psycho surf beat. But well, let's go ahead and put this on. This is "Piss on You" from 20 After 4 here on the Indie Music Showcase. We'll be back with you in just a few minutes. Till then, this is 20 After 4.
The place with the most music variety. Most music variety. For Noblesville, Carmel, Fisher, Cicero, and all points in between, it's NoblesvilleRadio.com 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
This is Jonathan George with J&J Popstars, and we love Monk's Media radio station and the Indie Music Showcase. Love is a booger, so you better not pick it. It only grows when it's in your nose. Handful of snot and you know you missed it. You lose your finger when you dig too far. That's it. I got kids in Europe, in France, and Germany. They're singing this song, and I've got people all over the world, and it's like the first thing when they see me, they run up and sing that song. That's everybody's theme song when it comes to me.
News, sports, and community information for Hamilton County. It's NoblesvilleRadio.com.
And now, back to the Indie Music Showcase, only on the Monks Media Radio Network.
And we are back here on the Indie Music Showcase. Tonight's featured artist, 20 After 4.
Hello.
Hey, guys, that was great. We like that song. That was Piss on You. We have a caller coming in, so if you guys chat with Dean for a minute, I'm going to go ahead and bring this caller on and see if we can't see who we have here. In fact, whoa, they're screaming at us. Caller, are you there?
Yes, hello?
Who do we have here? What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from San Antonio, Texas.
What part of Texas?
San Antonio?
San Antonio.
Hey.
Yeah.
This is the drummer's sister.
The drummer's sister?
Yes.
My
Okay.
little sister on the phone.
Little sis. Okay, well, while you're talking to little sis here, I've got to fix this. You know what? I think after this is over, we're going to fire everybody who touches this board except me.
We're trying to lose you pretty bad again.
Hello?
Hello.
I just wanted to tell the guys that are doing a good job, and I'm very proud of them.
You're very proud of the boys. They're doing a great job.
Yes.
Very good. Well, we enjoy listening to them as well.
Okay, I love you, Daniel.
I love you. Thank you for calling and supporting us.
Okay, bye.
All right, that's great. You know what? There's nothing like sisters and mothers and fathers to support you in everything you do, isn't there?
Oh, she's been on me forever.
Right, now San Antonio, is that where you're from?
Actually, we're from Corpus Christi.
Oh, okay.
So it took us a while. It took me a while to get to Austin. She's still in San Antonio.
Okay, very good. And San Antonio, of course, is a great party town, too. You all got to be down there playing, too.
Ooh, San Antonio is more of a metal town.
Well, you guys, you'd fit right in.
Oh, you think?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I spent some time down there. I'll tell you, there's a club down there in San Antonio called Polyesters.
Oh, yes. On the Riverwalk.
On the Riverwalk, and it's got 3 levels.
Dance club type, though. I mean,
But each level...
We might mess up their floors in there.
Each level is a different sound. Level 1, maybe, like pop music. Level 2 gets into more of the music I grew up on, the kind of music you guys are playing. And then the 3rd level is like 1970s disco.
Oh, wow.
okay.
So the joint has something for everybody. So you guys could play there. You really could.
Yeah, that might be something to look into.
Get your manager to call down there.
Yeah.
I thought you were finding us the manager, right? What's his name?
Oh, you're talking about Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark. He may be listening tonight, so be nice. But yeah, Mark actually, he's dropped me an email here, I don't know, the last couple of days. He's getting a few more submissions into us from the folks that he's recorded. Speaking of recording, Billy, you have your own studio, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Now, when did you set that up? Why did you set it up? What does it fall into your long-range goal? Do you want to be a producer, or do you want to keep playing?
Well, I've always been, really interested in, sound recording and, the engineer part of it, producing. I've actually done quite a few bands out here. So, I mean, it's just kind of a mediocre studio, but I got, the full board and pretty much all the tools to accommodate it, and, yeah, it's something I've kind of always been really into. I'd say it's kind of a fallback from, playing, regular music. I kind of always wanted to be at least in the music business, so this is kind of another outlet or another way for me to still keep going, with, different avenues, and I would say like a direction.
Now, when you did this last album, did you record that live, or did every one of you put down separate tracks?
Yeah, it was a fully live recording that we did, and basically, we set it all up the way we wanted, and one of my really good friends, actually my rhythm guitar player's friends, Ibar, sat in here, and did a lot of
he pretty much, yeah, he got us like the general overall mix of what was going to tape, which was good because we were out there playing, you know, so it made, you know, it'd be a little difficult to like run back into the control room and be able to, you know, get a mix down, you know.
Right.
So, but he has a real strong musical background as well, and so we felt very comfortable having him come out and do it. And so, I mean, he pretty much laid down the groundwork for that, you know. And then me and Billy later, you know, and Manuel, we went over to Ibar's place, put everything into the computer, and started put everything into some software, and kind of did some more, you know, post-production type stuff on it.
Oh yeah, it really, you know, a lot of groups that don't do that are really missing the boat when they, if they don't polish up what they've done, because, you know.
I think that's one great thing about the, you know, as far as recording is now. I mean, everything's gone so much to digital that and everything's becoming so cheap with the software and stuff like that you do have the capabilities, you know, being able to, you know, get a really good sounding recording.
Yeah, and it's important to have the levels all even. A lot of the CDs that we get, one song will be louder than the other. So your CD is actually professional sounding and is even all the way through. So.
Oh, well, thanks. Yeah, we tried real hard to, you know, make it, you know, sound the same all the way through, you know, so you don't have to constantly change your levels, you know, as you're listening.
And how long did it take you to do this CD here that we're listening to?
Well, we did the recording in mid-September, like I think around the 14th, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we did the recording. We did a setup the night before, then we went in and tracked the whole next day, and you know everything went great, and we had exactly what we wanted on tape. And then, you know, everything's recorded analog, and then we took it and we put it into the computer, and, you know, through editing time and stuff like that, I believe it took us about probably another month to get everything the way we wanted it.
Yeah, and when we did the initial recording, we did it straight through, you know. Yep. We didn't stop at all. It was.
That's one thing we can't get on the CD yet is we do our set straight through from the first song to the last.
Wow.
No, there's no stopping.
Yeah, there's no overdubs at all.
We figure we have no singer. There's no sense of us stopping. Let's just get it all and get it over with.
So you better be on when you sit down and play, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, everybody's got to be right there and know exactly where they're at.
I mean, I think that's one thing that we really enjoyed about creating this EP was the fact that, you know, everything is live and it really captures the essence of the band.
Like a black and white photo.
Right, you know, you really can get a good picture of what we're trying to do because it's not overproduced. It's not, you know, coming back and overdubbing, you know, a guitar lick here or, you know, a drum here or there, you know, so it really captures, you know, what we're trying to do better.
Now, do you gentlemen all play by ear, or do you write this all out in music notation and...
It's all done by ear.
All done by ear.
We haven't charted anything out.
Yeah, I'm getting into, you know, learning how to write music, but I've always played by ear. I'm pretty much self-taught.
Memory banks.
Yeah.
Everything's in the head.
Right.
Right.
I mean, some of us do have, you know, the theory backgrounds and stuff like that, which definitely helps, you know, but, I mean, none of it's really been applied to paper, you know. Nobody sat down and, you know, written it out, you know, in the treble and the bass clef and put in time signatures to everything, you know. That hasn't been done, but I mean it's been created, you know, just through the feeling and the emotion as, you know, the music that we want to play.
Right. I think we have a caller. Caller, are you in line? Hello, caller. Are you there? Oh wait. Oh, there. Okay. Are you there, caller? Hello. Okay, maybe they'll call back. I apologize for that. I tried to leave them hold a little too long, I guess.
Okay.
I apologize for that. We were speaking a bit last time we talked, Billy. You've recorded. Obviously, you have the recording studio, so you've recorded some of your own music as well.
Yeah, that's correct.
And what I'd like to do actually is suggest that you get Kyle to do some solo work as well as Manuel.
Okay.
Because I think that if we did that, having heard the last two tracks yours we played, I'm going to play one of your solos right now.
All right.
Okay, this is You Lost Me, and I think it would be really awesome to be able to take the three of you guys separately and then play something where you're playing together and you could actually pick up all the different nuances from each one of you that way.
Yeah, here comes a caller.
Yeah, here comes that caller again. Maybe we'll catch him before we get there.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see who we have here. Caller, are you there?
Yes.
Who do we have here?
This is Manuel Chapa's mother calling from Corpus Christi.
Manuel, you have Mom and Sis on.
Hi, Mom.
Hey! This is like totally really cool.
Yeah, this is awesome. I'm glad we had this chance to do this.
Yes, I am. Hello?
Do you get to talk to Manuel much?
Yes?
Oh, okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Let me closer. Hi.
Here. Hi.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Good.
Gotcha.
But it's good to see Mom and Sis both support Manuel and his band and their art form and what they're doing here. How long have you been a fan of his music? Obviously, you've been a fan of his whole life.
Well, actually, I like to correct him. He's been playing drums since he was like about 3 years old.
Yeah.
Since he was 3.
Since he was 3.
My goodness.
He had, his dad got him a set of drums. Well, he was using his dad.
That's because I got that picture on top of the fireplace, too.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Oh, yeah, we can hear you. All right, Manuel. That's fantastic. You got your mom calling in, and you got your biggest fan on the line.
Well, I also wanted to remind the guys that I've been listening, and they need to let them know about their website, so that other people can come in and listen.
Take it from your mom. That's very true.
You can go ahead and plug it there, Mom, if you want.
I think you found your manager there.
I was just going to say that.
I think we have.
Hey, I would truly be a good manager. Trust me.
Okay. All right, boys. What's your website? Go ahead and plug that.
Yeah, go ahead and give us that website.
Well, we have our main website, which is 20afterfour.theband.com, and we're also set up on MySpace.
MySpace 20 after 4.
Yeah, MySpace /20after4.
Awesome.
Yeah, I might add, I got my own solo website on there as well. It's www.myspace.com/wahguitar, W-A-H guitar.
That was Kyle, right?
No, that was Billy.
Oh, Billy. Okay.
I also am in the process of getting one up and running.
Okay, you're right.
I'm kind of going to focus on some of my music that I'm creating, solo, as well as some of my, engineering and production efforts as well.
Awesome. Real good.
Different blogs and stuff like that.
Real good. Well, Mrs. Chapa, are you still there?
I'm still here.
Well, I want to thank you for calling in. I think it's great that you're taking care of the fan club for 20 After 4.
Yes.
And make sure you get 10%.
I have to give her 20 to my mom.
Right.
Exactly.
That's great. Well, hey, thanks for calling, and hopefully you'll continue listening and see who else we have on here, and definitely listen to the rest of this tonight.
Oh, and I want to thank you guys for having them on. You just don't know.
They're great. No, we like the sound.
Definitely they are.
Yeah, like the sound. That's how they get on the show, and they stay on the show and get more airplay by request. So keep calling in, Mom.
So have the whole family call and request 20 After 4 as much as possible.
Absolutely.
Okay, love you guys.
Okay, thanks much.
Colin.
Take care.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye.
Thank you a lot.
Boy.
Love you.
Well, that's great. She loves you, Manuel.
Yeah, she does.
Yep, absolutely. I think that she misunderstood. She said, "Love you all," and I said, "Thanks." I kind of caught her off guard, I think. What do you think?
You're the one that's helping us get out there. So.
There you go. That's great. Well, anyway, we've got somebody else I think wants to call in as well. But before we take another caller, and who? Right? Yeah. Before we go to that, I wanted to go ahead and throw on that solo by you, Billy. You Lost Me. So let's go ahead and play this. Excuse me. This is Billy Hummel of the band 20 After 4 with You Lost Me here on the Indie Music Showcase on the Monks Media Radio Network, and we'll be back with you in just a few minutes.
News, sports, and community information for Hamilton County. It's NoblesvilleRadio.com.
And now, back to the Indie Music Showcase, only on the Monks Media Radio Network.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Jeff and Dean here on the Indie Music Showcase on the Monks Media Radio Network. On the phone we have the band 20 After 4. Guys, you still with us?
Yeah, we sure are.
All right.
Sir.
So, Billy, I want to know, Billy, were the other guys picking on you when we were playing your music?
No, not at all. We're just kind of discussing about some venues and manager stuff, I guess.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, we've put that seed of thought in there. That's great. Now, like we said, the manager thing we think is important. You'd think we were plugging managers here, but we're really not. That's not what it's about.
Yeah.
But,
it's an idea that we haven't really came across and talked about till now.
Right. Yeah. Very,
well,
very
it's a
important.
media network, right?
Yeah, that's right. But you know why we are a media network is because when we started, we were, and you may hear some of the spots, we were NoblesvilleRadio.com. And that's the town we're based in, is Noblesville. But then we started to expand, and within the first 3 months of existence, we had, probably 6 or 7 different counties where there were people requesting us to open one up in their county. So we ended up having 7 different stations on within 3 or 4 months of opening. And then we opened the studio up in Hollywood, California, and then, of course, makes it 9 now. 7 plus our original plus that one. So we had 9 different stations going on. I'll tell you what, it got very complex to run.
Yeah,
and to get programming for one station to fill the 24/7 time slot is tough to do. To do it for 9 stations is next to impossible. So we've consolidated things, and that's why we have a lot of different niche programming where you may not be interested in all of our programs, but there are programs you are interested in. And
I would definitely agree.
Yeah, so we're filling it in. Oh, you tell me you're not into Volkswagen drag racing?
Because that's one of the... Jeff has Volkswagen drag racing on this.
Yeah, Volks Bash Radio, Tuesday nights. It's the fastest growing show. And, that's the beauty of what we do here is that everything we do, it comes with a little analysis. Is there an audience for it? How large is the audience? What kind of support could there be from the audience and from sponsors, potential sponsors, things of that sort? And I'll tell you, Volkswagen drag racing is huge. Out on the West Coast, out on the East Coast, here in the Midwest, pretty much new, but the host of the show, Ray Iddings, he's actually started a new circuit here in the Midwest, and it's doing great.
And 20 After 4, they might be big here pretty soon. You never know.
Well, I'll tell you what, I grew up in the south suburbs of Chicago, and this is the kind of music we listen to every weekend, man.
Hey guys, we can barely hear you. Fading out on us.
Oh, sorry about that.
That's okay.
Now you guys don't have those crank phones there in Texas, do you? The old-fashioned one.
No, we don't have horses or,
All right, guys. Before we go on, Billy, why don't you get Kyle or Manuel to crank up that phone? I think you're losing power.
Yeah, it needs a little more energy put back into it.
I think I'm just going deaf.
Hook that up to your amps there.
Right.
There you go. There you go.
Because we got you playing about as loud as any band we've had on.
Yeah, exactly.
You're peaking out on. We got you playing loud because I know that's how your music sounds the best. Is
right. Yeah. Unfortunately, if we bring you up any louder, then we're too too loud.
You get a lot of feedback now.
Right. Exactly. But
we're trying as hard as we can to hear you.
All right. Well, keep trying, and we'll keep trying to talk louder. How's that?
Right.
All right, real good. Excuse me. I wanted to ask you all about. We talked about Billy's background. What about the rest of you guys, man? Well, you started playing drums when you were 3 years old. That's what your mother just said.
You can't disagree with your mom.
I guess I can.
Yeah.
I guess I have to start from when I was 3, huh?
And Kyle, what about you? What's your background?
I got my first guitar when I was in, I guess it was 6th grade, like my 12th birthday, and just kind of picked around, never took any really formal lessons, and just over the years really developed a true passion for music. So, I mean, from there, I just kept playing and, started getting involved in different avenues as well, as far as the engineering and production aspects and trying to do live sound and things like that. So, I mean, everything's just kind of culminated together at this point, and I'm just kind of looking forward to see, what comes in the future,
Understood. Yep. Very good. And Kyle, let me. Are you the oldest in the group or the youngest?
I'm sorry?
Are you the oldest or the youngest in the group?
Actually, currently, I guess I'm the second youngest. With the current bassist, he's actually pretty young. He's 20. I'm 26, and then Billy just turned 29, and Manuel's 31.
Rounding home plate.
Yep.
Okay. So only one in their 30-somethings there.
Correct.
Yeah, that's Manuel.
Manny. Right, Manuel.
The three of us, we have, close enough age range where, we get along very well, and we have a lot of, common interests and that kind of thing, so.
Real good. Yeah, I was asking because, Kyle, you look a lot like a guy I went to school with, and we used to get together on the weekends when we'd go listen to this kind of music and party. I was just thinking maybe you were about my age. I wasn't sure,
Yeah.
We've got a caller calling in. Let's see what we have here. Caller, are you there?
It's hard to tell with the beard,
Yeah. Are you there, caller?
Yes.
Who do I have here?
This is the drummer's father.
The drummer's father.
The drummer's father. There you go.
That's great.
Somebody's ears were burning.
How you doing, drummer's father?
Okay, this is Manuel.
Are you Manuel Senior? Or no, you're Junior. You're Junior.
Yeah.
Because
I'm calling from Phoenix. I'm over here with my band playing at a club out here, a private party in Phoenix, and my daughter called me, tell me he was on the air, so I wanted to call and congratulate him out here on a break for a little while before I have to get back up on stage.
Well, that's great. Now, Manny, I don't know if you could hear this or not. Your father's pretty faint back there, but that's because he's in Phoenix and they don't even have crank-up phones yet. But your dad is actually playing a gig tonight.
Oh, where's he at right now?
He's out in Phoenix.
Oh, yeah. He's a very, very well famous musician there.
Yeah, and he's actually on break right now. He wanted to call and congratulate you and say hello.
All right.
Yeah, we're playing at Graham Central Station here with David Allen Cole tonight, and we're getting ready to go back up. David Allen Cole's getting ready to finish in about 2 minutes, and we're going back up to finish out the night. But I came back, and somebody told me it was on the internet, and got somebody here at the club to get it up, and I caught about maybe about half of the past on.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, Manny Jr., we appreciate the call in, and good luck to you. Break a leg tonight.
Oh, no, don't.
He's a drummer. He needs that leg.
Oh, okay, all right.
Actually, I play bass guitar.
Oh, you're the bass guitar guy.
Yeah, I play with a band called Cold Fire out of Corpus Christi. But we're up here for about another 2 days, and we're headed back to Texas.
That's great. Well, Manny Jr., you need to send us a copy of your CD there, and we'll get you guys on sometime in the future here on the showcase.
All right, sounds good.
You have connections now.
Yeah. The guys are doing great. Glad to hear. Got to hear it.
All right, that's great. We appreciate it. And the only reason I told you to break a leg is I have a daughter who's a dancer, and that's how you wish them good luck before they perform.
Okay. Tell my boy I love him very much, and I'll see him pretty soon.
We'll do that. Thanks, Manny.
Bye.
Bye. Your dad loves you very much, and he'll see you soon. And that's great. You didn't tell us, Manny, that your father was a performer as well.
He's been performing since he went through the whole elementary, junior high school marching band, too. That's where I started playing from him. And he's been doing local bands, and he's played with a lot of famous players, and he's been at it forever. And that's what kind of inspires me. He's never given up, and there's no way I can give up.
And it sounds like he's playing some pretty big things out here in Phoenix as well.
Yeah, they play some pretty big shows. I know he plays Sturgis.
Oh, I bet that's a wild party there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so man, you can give us some VIP passes of that or what?
Definitely have to get some.
I'm totally down for the bike rally, man.
They'd love you guys.
Very cool, very cool.
We wouldn't be able to put that on the air, though, some of that.
Yeah, well, certainly not if we were streaming video.
Yeah, right.
So your father's a bassist, and he's playing out in Phoenix. He's playing with who, Dean?
David Allen Coe, I believe he said.
I can't hear you.
I think he's saying he's playing with David Allen Cole.
Yeah, that's
playing with tonight?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't doubt it.
David Allen Coe.
Yeah.
Not Cole.
He's up right now. He's finishing up right now, and when that set's over, your dad's back on.
That's cool. That's cool.
So that was really cool. He was able to. That's technology these days, guys.
Able to break away and make a phone call.
Yeah, he was able to break away, make a phone call, but not only that, somebody there actually was able to let him listen to your show.
Oh, he was able to listen to the show too.
Yeah, you know these new telephones these days.
The power
he was
of the internet.
Listen to streaming. I mean, if we were an FM station, you know, if you weren't 50 miles from us, you wouldn't hear us. But here, your family from around the country getting to listen, which is great, and around the world as well. So that's awesome, and I'm sure a lot of folks are going to like what they're hearing from you guys tonight, and hopefully some of them are getting this as a repeat performance from Monday night as well. That's great. Randy Galloway.
We're trying to lose you a little bit again.
Okay, Randy Galloway was sending an instant message here. That's RDG from Daytona Beach. He kind of likes listening to you guys as well. Now, you guys are different types of music than Randy, but he said you sound good. So what I want to ask you is this. When you consider yourselves being more of the hard rock, almost angry rock in some cases type sound, what other types of music do you listen to besides this?
Anybody? Somebody?
Well, I guess, you know, I've always been in, you know, classic rock and some of the, you know, new modern alternative stuff, and just, you know, a lot of blues here and there. That's kind of the background I'm in.
Like jazz, classical. I like a lot of classical music. How about that?
I mean, I think, you know, as far, you know, I think all of us can agree on this. As far as, you know, being an artist, you want to try to listen to as much music as you possibly can.
Exactly.
You know,
keep your mind open.
You know, and then, you know, try to, you know, and you hear so many different things, and, you know, you feel so many different things, and just being able to pull from those different genres that you really associate with, you know, to create, you know, the style and the music that you really want to play.
Do you tend to find yourself picking up nuances of these different sounds as well when you guys come up with your own stuff?
Yeah, I would say that. You know, I'm taking other people's sort of in a way, you know, taking some of their ideas and just changing it up a bit, or, you know, just finding another way to play it.
It's, you know, I think that, you know, as far as music goes, it's a constant exploration. You know, there's always going to be uncharted territory.
So look for the new sound.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Now we haven't talked about the CD you sent us. I believe track 1 is Chemtrail, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
That's the live recording that you did. Now, was that done at your studio, or was that done at a venue?
That was actually done here in my studio.
Yeah, all the tracks on that CD are done at the studio.
Yeah, they're done here at my house.
All right, great. I wanted to put Chemtrail on because Dean and I both enjoyed that one for Monday night, so let's let the listeners hear that again this evening here, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. This is 20 after 4, their title track, Chemtrail.
news, sports, and community information for Hamilton County. It's NoblesvilleRadio.com.
And now, back to the Indie Music Showcase, only on the Monks Media Radio Network.
And we are back here on the Indie Music Showcase. Jeff and Dean in the studio, joined by
20 After 4.
20 After 4, and that was their title track from their CD release, Chemtrail. Dean, how'd you like that?
It's like I said, the last show, you guys, that song really sounds a lot like Yngwie Malmsteen. And you said you haven't listened to much of that, but it has that kind of heavy rock instrumental sound, and all you need is a good light show behind that, and you can sit down and relax.
Yeah. It's good driving music too. So
oh yeah,
whenever you guys are driving home from work, pop it in your CD player. You know.
Yeah, I would say that's so.
Yeah, I think you guys ought to set out on a nice weekend and head to California and do a video out there on one of the
beach.
on the points. Yeah, go out on some jagged rocks. You know, a smooth sandy beach really wouldn't cut it, but
yeah, just north of Santa Monica there.
I told Jeff that one song that we listened to, the first one or the second one we listened to, the "Piss on You." I've seen so many surf movies where that could have been the background soundtrack to guys surfing. So.
Yeah, we occasionally run into some surfers in like Central and South Texas, and they're like, "Yeah, we're surfers." And I'm like, "Really? Like, where do you surf?" They're like, "Oh, at the coast, man." It's like, "Wow, is that really?" I don't think it's really the same though. It's like catching a wave out and off the coast of
Not unless there's a hurricane coming.
Exactly. And all the surfers that we know, like that's when they head to the beach. It's like, "Hey, there's a." Coming, it's time to hit the waves,
Yep, well, that's the only time you really get waves to surf on, isn't it? Yeah. Now I have a friend out in the UK, and he surfs once a year. There's a river out there that once a year grabs a tidal wave, and it's just one wave the entire year.
I've heard about that.
Yeah,
you better be ready then, huh?
Yeah, they've got it timed down, and they'll all get in the river, and they know, okay, we've got a minute till it comes. Okay, 30 seconds. Okay, 15. I mean, it's down to that precise of a timing sequence, and it comes in. And they all get up on their boards, and they may drop right away, or they may go 5 miles from home before they're done.
That's awesome.
Yeah, just one-time thing like that.
Is there like a name for that or anything? Like, what do they call it?
There is, but I don't remember. As I started to tell the story, I thought, "You schmo, what are you saying it for? You don't remember what it was called." But it's actually a tidal wave out there, and it happens one time a year. I assume it's the change. I don't know, an equinox or a solstice. I don't know what would cause it, but something causes a tide to occur, which turns into a tidal wave. So,
yeah, you need to write your next song, "Tidal Wave." There
you go.
There's the name.
Tidal Wave.
Yeah.
We'll make you a really psycho surf sounding song.
Just
we'll have to play it hanging off a cliff or something.
Awesome. We got another caller coming in.
Manny, who have we missed from your family tonight?
That's what I'm wondering.
Caller, are you there?
Yep.
Who do we have here?
How you doing?
Okay. Oh, this is RDG.
Yeah.
What's going on, Randy?
Man, Rich, how you doing?
I'm doing all right tonight. You listening in on these guys tonight?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, cool. What do you think about that sound?
That's pretty cool. I like it.
Awesome. This is RDG, the guy we were telling you about. I think, Billy, you listened to the show when Randy was on, right?
Yeah, sure was.
All right, cool. We got a lot of requests for you there, Randy, for your Get Your Game On. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Yeah, thank you.
You remember that was Aaron's favorite song during your show.
Yeah, you told me.
Yeah, and I think he played it 3 times today. So it definitely does work. Your requests are coming in, and that's what you want to see happen. So that's awesome.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah, well, we appreciate you calling in. Now we were picking on these guys a lot tonight about the same thing we were with you, saying you need to get a manager. Have you done anything about that yet?
Not yet. I've just been promoting, man.
Yeah, I see you've been going crazy on the MySpace thing.
That's what everybody keeps telling me. Over and over again, but you got to.
Yeah. Tell us what you've done there, because it's been successful as far as building up the hits to your main site.
I know. I've got so many hits on the site. It's crazy. I got 17,000 within 2 months.
And what have you done to do that? Just continue to promote yourself and send out invites?
Promotion. Just have people tell their friends about me and pass it on.
Well, it is definitely working, and your appearance here just a week ago Friday, I think, or 2 weeks ago Friday, whenever the 18th was. That's helped as well, I think, because we're getting requests from all over the country for you, and that's great. We love to see that happen, and hopefully you guys from 20 After 4 are going to see this happen as well, and we're going to get requests in for you guys from all over also, and continue playing.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah. Well, I know definitely from our end, you know, I mean, it's been a pleasure being on your show, and we're definitely going to be spreading the word about you guys as well, you know. So, you know, personally, I'd like to thank both you, Dean and Jeff, you know, for helping us out, you know, in this this venture.
Well,
awesome.
It's important that people hear it actually. In a lot of, you know, radio does not play independent music. It's sad, but it's true. I guess they don't see, they're not getting any money from...
That's what I was going to say. It's all about where the money comes from, and they're getting their money by not playing it and playing everything else. And that's why these guys struggle as much as they do to get their music heard, and we want to be a vehicle to get your music out there. And someday you boys are all going to go out and sign your big contract. You're going to remember Monk's Media.
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Well, hey, 20 After 4, let me ask you guys, see if we can get a consensus on this. What song from your CD would you like us to go out on? I believe we played tracks 1, 2, and 3 last time. Isn't that right?
Yeah. I was thinking maybe the last one, the hidden song, actually.
Hidden song. Was that track 4 or was that track 5?
Track 5.
I think it's very in track 5.
Well, track 5 is going to be Hell or High Water, and then it should be after that, so it's not going to be track 6.
No, I only have a track 5 on here.
Yeah, I'm not real sure there.
So it must come in together, right?
Yeah, you could probably do the setup if you can't find it.
All right,
yeah,
cool.
the setup would be good.
All right, great.
How do you feel about that, Manuel?
That's track 4, right?
The setup is actually going to be 2. 2 setup. It goes setup, and then it goes right into Inspire. Actually, they're both those songs are listed as one track because we just kept them together because of the way the music continued on. We didn't want to break that up.
All right, gotcha.
So it should be number 2.
Number 2. Well, that's what we're going to do. We're going to go out with number 2 on there. And Randy, are you still with us, Randy?
Oh, yeah, I'm still here.
All right, cool. Because we had another request for you and get your game on. So after we play their Inspire, you said, right, guys?
I think it was the setup.
Setup. I'm sorry.
It's the setup, and then it goes into Inspire.
Okay, the setup and Inspire both in the same track, huh?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Cool. Well, we're going to put that on, and then we'll throw some Get Your Game On by Randy Galloway, RDG, as well. And you guys are like buddies now. You both got to listen to each other on the Featured Artist show, and that's cool. I love to see the show grow into a little cult following of artists and fans.
Yeah. Definitely be checking him out.
Yeah, that'd be excellent.
Yep. You know what? I mean, his sound and your sound together, now that would be kicking. I'm serious.
Like a manager there. What the future holds, you know?
That might be the new sound.
I have to come to my studio.
Yeah. We have to get him out of Florida if that's where he's from.
Just think about that. You guys playing a gig together and just switch off every other song because they both got a good beat.
Oh, yeah.
They both got a good sound. They're unique, but they're both, a little bit on the hard side. I think that would be really cool. All right. Well, we're going to do it here tonight anyway. Guys, do you want to send us out before we throw this on with just a couple of licks there for about 10 seconds since we tried it before?
Some acoustic stuff.
Sure.
Yeah, we're not really set up for it right now.
Not really set up for it. Next time we have you on, we'll get it set up ahead of time. Then how's that?
That'd be good. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, folks, this is 20 After 4 here on the Indie Music Showcase, joined on the line by Randy Galloway. Randy, what do you have to say to the audience?
Thank you, y'all, for, I appreciate y'all promoting me, you know what I mean? I'd love to get a shout out to my boy Cousin Crump, everybody in Florida, Monks Media. That's what's up.
Awesome. Thanks, Randy. We appreciate your support, your listening, and your music. Keep doing what you do.
Thanks for the call, Randy.
Appreciate it.
Take care. Yeah, Randy's a cool guy. We've talked to him several times since the show. We love that. We do a show here on Saturday nights called the Open House Hash Bash. And it goes from 7 to midnight, and that's Sean and Marianne and Barry and just a studio full of guests, and they just come in and party and have a good time. And I'll tell you what, a lot of the featured artists are starting to tune into that and call in, and they play their music there as well. It's really cool, and that show's growing real fast too. So if you guys aren't busy on Saturday nights, definitely tune in to the Hash Bash from 7 to midnight.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah. Tell them to play your music.
Absolutely.
That'd be great.
Yeah, they'd love to talk to you then as well. They enjoy what we're doing also. So we're going to go ahead and go out with you guys now. I don't think we got a liner from them last time, did we?
No, we didn't.
We've got to get a promo liner from you guys.
Sure, no problem. Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You tell us when you're ready.
20 After 4 was personally like to thank Jeff and Dean of monksmedia.com for doing everything they can to help us. And you listeners out there, make sure you definitely call in and check it out and tell your friends about it, because these guys are doing something good here.
Great. We appreciate that, guys.
That's good.
And we will be talking to you again, I'm sure of it. So up next here is going out here with
the
setup and Inspire. And I apologize, fellas, but I don't have a list of tracks.
Number 2.
Okay.
Number 2 is the setup.
Track 2 is the setup, and Inspire immediately following that, and then one from Randy Galloway as well down in Daytona Beach. Guys, you've been great. Great sports, putting up with us 2 nights in a row here.
Thanks for having us tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thanks, guys.
Awesome.
Glad
Thanks,
you can
fellas.
be back.
Yeah,
anytime.
All right, y'all take care. And this is 20 After 4 with
The Setup.
The Setup and Inspire here on the Indie Music Showcase. Stay tuned, folks. Don't touch that mouse.
News, sports, and community information for Hamilton County. It's NoblesvilleRadio.com.
And thanks for tuning in again, ladies and gentlemen, this evening for the Indie Music Showcase. We're going to send you out now by request with RDG's Get Your Game On. And following that by request, another contestant from the showcase last year, Nicholas Jonas, singing Dear God. You've been listening to the Monks Media Radio Network's presentation of the Indie Music Showcase. Stay tuned, and we will see you next week.